Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Krystal and I teach yoga at Columbia Basin Racket Club. I will be doing a 60-minute class. I usually do a combination of Hatha and Vinyasa. And so as always, remember to respect your body throughout your practice. Make your practice your own. If you'd like to have any props nearby, I like to have a couple of blocks, and I like to have water and maybe a yoga strap or a towel and your mat. If you want to pause and go grab those things, go for it. And with that said, this morning we will start out in Child's Pose. So just kind of making your way, big toes touching, knees spread about the width of the mat. Start to release your hips back down toward your heels. Reach your arms out nice and long. Feel the stretch through your shoulder blades. And if you're really tight through your shoulders, you're welcome to rest your forearms down on the mat. Your forehead can melt all the way down on the mat. And if it feels good, you can even shift the weight in the hips side to side, starting to loosen up through those muscles. As you're here, start to focus in on your breath. So starting to take nice, long, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe in, feel your rib cage expanding side to side, constricting your throat muscles slightly, so you're making a slight snoring sound as you're drawing the air in. Let your belly fall towards your mat. And as you exhale, open the mouth, HA, like you're fogging a mirror. Use your abs to expel every last drop of air. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue to breathe nice and slow, steady breaths in and out. Remembering that if you ever lose that connection, movement, and breath, you're feeling short of breath, this is a safe place to come and reconnect with your breath. On the next inhale, feel your lungs as full as you can, expanding side to side. Feel your back ignite as you draw the air in. And this time, as you exhale, see the lips close, but continue to make that HA-ha sound. Your breath begins to sound like ocean waves crashing on the beach. Let them be loud and audible. This is cultivating our Ujjayi pranayama breath, victorious or warrior breath. From here, identify your right hand. We'll thread the needle and thread it underneath the left armpit. Bring your right cheek and ear all the way down to the mat. You should feel a nice stretch through your right shoulder blade. On the next exhale, bring the right hand back to center and we'll switch sides, threading the left hand underneath right. Sending your breath all the way into your left shoulder, opening up space. As you exhale, letting go of any tension you're holding on to. Allowing your mind to be quiet. Allowing the next 60 minutes to be just about you and your yoga practice. Exhale, bring the left hand back to center. Spread your fingers wide like starfish. Hands are separated about shoulder distance apart. Inhale brings you forward to a high plank. Modify if you like, staying on your knees. As you exhale, lower down all the way until chest and belly connect. Elbows are close to your sides like little grasshopper wings. Plant the tops of your feet down on the mat firmly. They can be separated if it feels better on your low back. We're coming into Baby Cobra, Bhujangasana. Inhale, begin to peel the ribs up using just your back strength. Activate. Exhale, release down. Inhale, press up and back to child's pose. Inhale brings you forward. This time we'll come into a full plank. Tuck your toes and straighten through the legs. Straight arms, straight legs, strong core. So you're slightly tucking the tailbone, pointed down towards your heels behind you. Just activating your core muscles here. We'll take a side plank. Bring the right hand to the center of the mat. Left hand up towards the sky, shifting onto the sides of your feet. Here you can always modify by dropping bottom knee down. If you want a little more, you can raise the top leg up. Just check it out, see how you're feeling today. Exhale, release, back to center. And we'll switch sides. Left hand center of the mat, Shavasana, side plank. Right hand reaches up, fingertips are reaching up and out of the body. Keeping the hips nice and level in line with shoulders and ankles so they're not way down here and you're not rainbowing up too high. Exhale, right hand down, and we'll gently press back into our first downward facing dog. Feel free to walk your dog out. Alternate bending the knees, left and right, pressing the heels down towards the mat. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale it out, HA. Inhale. Exhale, HA. Inhale the heels high. Exhale the knees low. This is your turbo dog. Shins are parallel to the mat and the tailbone is lifted. Keeping the tailbone in the same type of position, press back, downward facing dog. Activate through your sit bones, through the muscles there, pulling those bones together towards one another. Inhale the heels high, exhale the knees low, and look for a gently step or hop, feet to the hands. Coming into our first forward fold, Ragdoll. Grab for opposite elbows, let your pinkies rest in the crooks of your elbows, and gently sway side to side, forward and back, letting the weight shift from the balls of your feet to your heels and back again. Your knees in this posture can be straight or bent. See what feels good for you on your low back. Check in that you're not holding any tension in your neck. So if you are, give yourself a little yes, no shake, maybe a small circle one direction and the other. Notice how your hamstrings feel this morning. Maybe it's a place you want to focus your breath on. Release your hands down and slowly inhale your way up, stacking bone on bone, one vertebrae at a time. When you get there, rolling your shoulders up towards your ears, back and down. You can stay facing straight ahead, but I'll turn just so you can see me. Inhale, circle sweep, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, bring it in. One more time like this. Inhale. Bringing in all this oxygen, good energy. Exhale, pressing the oxygen out and through the body. Take a moment here just to pause. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. And if you'd like to set an intention or dedication to class, now is a good time to do so. I typically set an intention for a healthy mind, a healthy body, and a healthy spirit. I'm wishing all well. I'm wishing that we can get through this COVID-19 crisis together. And my intention is to create and continue our sense of community and togetherness. Inhale, circle sweep, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, hinging forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Here, you've got lots of options. Your spine is straight. Your hands can hover. They can rest on the shins or rest on blocks. Plant your hands, step the right foot back. Back knee down, top of foot flat. Inhale to a back bend lunge. Notice your right hip flexor, sending your breath there. Exhale, hands to the mat. Curl the right toe under and send the left leg back, downward facing dog. Inhale brings you forward, high plank. Your choice, you can do full or modified flow. I like to modify my first few throughout class. So I lower onto the knees and exhale lowers me all the way down. Inhale to baby cobra or upward facing dog. In upward facing dog, hands and tops of the feet are the only thing on the mat. Legs are active and lifted off the mat. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Exhale, use your core strength, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, HA. Once more, inhale. Exhale it out, HA. Inhale the heels high. Exhale the knees low. Look forward, step or hop, feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep all the way up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands. Left foot steps back, back knee down. Let your breath guide you. Inhale, lifts you up, back bend lunge. The front knee, notice it's stacked right over the ankle, never pressing forward of the ankle. Shoulders are down away from the ears and fingertips are sparked. You can turn your gaze up and maybe even find a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, hands to the mat. Curl the left toe under, send the right leg back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Let your knee bend and let your right hip roll on top of the left. If it feels good, you can roll your ankle out one direction and the other. Straighten the leg. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch, knee to nose and hold for a minute. Plant the foot down. Spin your back heel down flat, setting up for warrior one. Inhale, lifts the upper body, warrior one. Your hips are squared to the front of your mat here. Arms overhead. Exhale, open, warrior two. Sinking down, maybe coming in and out of your lunge a few times, and sinking down so that eventually your front thigh is parallel to the mat. If it's not today, that's okay. You might be up here, and that's all right. See where you're at today. Tuck your tailbone slightly so your tailbone points down towards your mat. Arms reaching, dynamic tension away from one another. Flip your front palm, reach forward, and reverse your warrior. Staying nice and low in your front lunge. The back hand can glide down the back leg or come around for a half bind. Exhale, wiggle your hands. Plant them down, right foot back. You can find a flow here or meet back in downward facing dog. If you're flowing, exhale lowers you down. Inhale, upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a minute here to reconnect with your breath. Your downward facing dog becomes your resting posture. Inhale, left leg high. Bend the knee, allow the hip to roll open. You did on the other side, roll your ankle out one direction and the other. Extend the leg long. Exhale, crunch, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch, left elbow. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, engaging obliques, right elbow. Knee to nose, hold for a minute, draw the belly in, plant the foot down, spin the back heel down, two heels in one line. Inhale, warrior one, back foot's at a 45-degree angle. Exhale, open warrior two. Now your back foot's turn is parallel to the edge of your mat. Come in and out of your lunge, finding that front lunge nice and deep. Flip your front palm, reach forward and reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands. Plant them on either side of the left foot steps back, and we'll flow. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, pull it through. Drop the back knee down. Plant your left hand down on the mat. Maybe if you like using a block, you're welcome to if you like. Extend your right arm up. Gaze turns upward, finding a nice spiral twist. Exhale, release your right hand down. Coming into half splits, Ardha Hanuman. Press back. Lengthen through your right leg, through the hamstring, all the way into the calf. Pull the toes back towards your face. Come forward, find your runner's lunge. Exhale, half splits. From here, we'll bring both hands to the inside of the right foot. Heel toe the right foot out to the edge of your mat. It's pointing at a 45-degree angle. You're welcome to stay right here. This feels good. If you're getting a nice stretch through your left hip flexor or through your right inner thigh, you can stay. If you like to drop down onto forearms, you're welcome to. If you'd like to allow your right knee to start to splay open to the side, you can. If you want a little extra pressure, just a gentle press with your right hand on the thigh, right above the knee. Check it out, see what feels good for you, what your body's calling for today. If you try a variation and you're like, that's not working for me today, that's okay. Give yourself permission to come back out of it. Press the hands down into the mat, heel toe the foot back to center. Curl your left toe under, straighten through the left leg. Setting up for a crescent lunge here on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, open up. Exhale, see if you can find goalpost arms and a nice twist to the right. Maybe you drop down onto the back knee to modify. Maybe you stay right here. Bring it back to center, other direction. Back to center, to the right. Back to center, one more time to the left, and back to center. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center, planting them on either side of your right foot. Right foot steps back. You're in a high plank. Engage your core. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg goes high. Bend your knee, open up if you did on the other side. Roll your ankle. Extend the leg. And draw it in. Knee to nose. Hold for a minute. Plant the foot down. Back knee drops. Finding your runner's lunge. You might stay right here, getting a nice stretch through your right hip flexor. Maybe you like it without the blocks. You're welcome to use whatever variation you like. Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Try to gently press down with your left hip and draw back from your left hip. You'll feel a lengthening through the entire back side of your left leg. Inhale brings you forward. beginner's lunge. From here, both hands come to the inside of the foot, heel toe the foot out to the edge of the mat. Take that variation you chose on the other side. If you want to stay here, you're more than welcome to. If you feel like you're getting a nice stretch. If you want to work your way down onto your forearms, you can, and perhaps even allowing left knee to splay open to the side. I always keep my foot flexed. Just helps protect our knee joint. And if you did on the other side, maybe pressing gently into the left thigh, finding that gentle spiral twist. Both hands back to the mat. Heel toe back to center. Curl your right toe under. Straighten through the leg. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, goal post arms. Twist to the left. Staying nice and engaged through both legs. Bring it back to center. Use your core. Twist over to the right. Back to center and to the left. Back to center. One more time to the right. Back to center. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Plant them down on your mat. Left foot steps back. High plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll gently begin to walk the hands back towards the feet. Coming into another forward fold, gorilla. Slide your hands underneath the feet. So the palms of your hands are facing the soles of your feet. You can take a deep bend in your knees if it feels good. And as you wiggle your toes, you'll get a nice little wrist massage here. You can sway side to side and let your postures be playful. Gently release. Heel toe the feet together. Inhale, circle sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center and mountain. Giving yourself a nice shoulder roll up towards the front and down, and then back the other way. Taking a step forward to the middle of your mat. You can stay facing straight ahead. I'll turn so that you can see me here. Coming into tree pose or Vrikshasana. So what you'll want to do is root down through all four corners of your feet. Lift your toes up off the mat and engage your thighs. Allow your quads to be pulling the kneecaps upward, drawing the energy all the way up into your core, feeling nice and strong. Then gently release your toes back down onto the mat, but stay light in the toes. Shift the weight onto the left leg for a little support and bring the right foot up. Maybe the heel just rests against the left leg. Maybe you can bring sole foot to calf, or maybe all the way to the inner thigh. Check it out and see what feels best for you today. Wherever your placement is, you just don't want your foot to rest right on the knee. Find your hand placement, hands to heart center, and when you're ready, we'll extend our branches up overhead, creating a lotus flower first by separating the fingers, keeping thumbs and pinkies connected. Extend your branches out to the sides. If you really want to test your balance, turn your gaze upward. Maybe even close your eyes. Maybe it's a brief second. And if you like, you can let your tree sway side to side in our nice Tri-Cities wind. When you're ready, hands come back together and draw them into heart center. Release the right foot down. Shake it out a little bit if it feels good, or walk it out. And then we'll switch sides. So activating the right leg, drawing up on the kneecap with the quad. Find your foot placement, just taking a moment to set it up like you did on the other side. You may feel a little more balanced on one side than the other, maybe a little more flexible on one side than the other, and that's completely normal. When you're ready, bringing hands to heart center, allowing yourself to feel as though you're standing on two legs. You're so rooted. Imagine little roots growing out to the bottom of your foot. At the same time, imagine a string attached to the crown of your head, drawing you upward, so you feel like you're lengthening. You're the tallest tree in the forest. From here, hands come up overhead, creating a lotus flower, activating your core, your tailbone slightly tucked. Extend your branches. Releasing all of this good energy out into the world, to our community, reaching out to our neighbors. If you did on the other side, maybe you turn your gaze upward, challenge your balance, close your eyes, and gently sway those branches side to side. Bring hands back together, drawing in all the good energy back into your heart center, and release the left foot down. Shake it out a little bit. Inhale, circle sweep arms overhead. Exhale, hands reaching down to the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Plant the hands and step or hop back, high plank. Press back, downward facing dog. Right foot lifts up high. Exhale, bring it through. The back heel spins down. Inhale up, warrior one. Shift towards the side and then over to the other side. So your left toe's pointing straight ahead this way. Now your back foot is diagonal toward 45-degree angle this way. Exhale, hands coming into warrior two. Inhale, arms up overhead. We'll switch direction. Stepping the back foot in slightly. Exhale, hinging forward, finding your pyramid pose. You can rest hands on a block. If you'd like to keep them together, you can keep hands together, maybe going for forehead to knee connection. However you can. If you need to bend the front knee to get there, that's fine. One day, trying to maintain that connection with two straight legs. Scissor the inner thighs towards one another. Activate both legs. Imagine if there's a platter resting on your glutes. It would not fall off to one side or the other. So you're trying to straighten through your hips. Straighten through both legs. If you check it out and you feel better here with a straight spine, you're welcome to. There's benefits to both variations. Hands come back together. Inhale your way up. Keep pressing the left hip forward as you come up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, triangle. Bump the hips back towards the wall behind you. Reach forward and tilt upper body down. Here, you can rest, hand on the shin or on a block. Two arms reaching away from one another, both legs straight and strong. Exhale, we'll revolve our triangle. Left hand down, right hand up. And release the right hand down. Transferring the weight into the front right leg, preparing for standing splits. Lift off. Lift the left leg. Point the toe. Lift, lift, lift. Maybe one hand comes to your ankle or both. You can use your arms as a little leverage here to pull the upper body down as you lift, lift, lift. And then exhale. We're just going to tap. Knee to calf. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. This time we'll set it down. Coming into a nice little twist here. Right hand comes behind you like a kickstand. Left arm towards the sky. Exhale, draw it across. And release back to center. Take your right leg and stack it over the top of the left. So maybe you're like me and you're tight through the hips and you find your knee way up here. That's okay. If it's really uncomfortable for you, you can place your right leg in front. So check it out. See what feels best for you. See where you're getting the best stretch. I'm getting a nice stretch through my right hip. So just sitting up nice and tall here. If you're feeling a nice stretch, you're welcome to stay. If you want to start to work your hands forward, you can do that too. Keep both feet flexed at a 90-degree bend. Send your breath down into your hips. Notice where you're holding on to tension. Try to soften through those spaces. Exhale brings you back up to center. We'll take our right leg in to our hands, kind of like we're holding on to a little baby here. Extend your left leg out, and you can rock the right leg back and forth a few times. And then when you're ready, extend both legs out long in stack pose. Walking off the soft part of your glutes onto your sit bones. Feet flexing back towards the nose. Nice tall seat here. Inhale, arms overhead. Identify your peace sign fingers as you exhale. Hinge forward, grabbing for big toes. If you like a little strap here, you can reach it over the ball of your feet. Wherever you're at, you want to keep a tall spine. Feel length from the crown of your head all the way down through your sacrum, your tailbone. You should feel a nice stretch through the back sides of your hamstrings, your thighs. Release the strap. We'll crisscross the legs and roll over onto all fours. Going through a few rounds of cat-cow here to warm up our spine. Loosen up those muscles again. Inhale to cow. Let your belly drop, tailbone lift. Exhale, round through the spine. Just taking it back and forth, opposite directions. Creating flexibility in the spine. Bring it back to a neutral spine. Curl your toes under and send your hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up high. You did on the other side. You can bend the knee, stack it open. Extend the leg long. Exhale, reach it forward. Spin the back heel down. Inhale up, warrior one. Turn to face the other side. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Coming into our pyramid pose, straighten through the front leg. Exhale, arms down to either side of the foot, or hands together, or using your blocks. While you're here, the gaze is up at your belly, making sure belly's pulling in towards the spine. Chin is tucked towards the chest, so you're getting a little throat choke sensation. And you're taking small sips of air in and out through the nose. By doing that, you're helping to massage the thyroid gland located in the neck, helping to rebalance our blood sugar, our hormones, helping to boost our immune system and metabolism. Inhale, hands together, pressing the right hip forward as you come up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arms overhead. Preparing for our Trikonasana triangle. Hands coming to warrior two, arms. Bump your hips back, reach forward, and tilt upper body down. Draw your right shoulder back and down. Exhale, release the right hand down, and we'll revolve our triangle. Release the left hand down, shift forward, preparing for your standing splits. Right foot reaches up towards the sky, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Grab hold of your ankle if you did on the other side. Point your toe, lift, lift, lift. And exhale, just barely tap. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it all the way down. Coming down to a seated twist. So the left hand behind you as your kickstand, right arm up towards the sky, and draw it down. Maybe elbow hooks on the knee, or you can straighten through your arm. Some, if you're even really flexible, you might be able to reach the foot down there. Inhale, lengthen, tall. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. And bring it back to center. Coming to your mat and reaching or setting it up so that your left foot, again, is stacked over your right, or this is the opposite side that we did on the other side. Both feet are flexed, and you can stay right here. If you did on the other side, maybe you rest that foot in front. Either way is okay. Check it out. See where you feel best today in your practice. And maybe you stay in a nice tall seat right here. Maybe you start to work your hands down onto the mat. Gently start to hinge forward. Perhaps after a few breath cycles, your body begins to tell your mind it's okay, and you can work down a little further into a deeper forward fold. Use your breath, send your inhales all the way down to open up space in the hips. As you exhale, perhaps filling that space. Just deepening your forward fold by just a little bit. In yoga, slight movements make all the difference. Press your sit bones down deep into the mat. Lift tall through the crown of your head so that your spine is nice and strong, lengthening. Exhale, walk your way back, taking the left foot into the right elbow and then grabbing hold. Maybe you can grab hold of your hands or even use a strap or a towel between them if you need. And just giving that foot a little hug. Little shake. And gently release it down. From here, we'll do a wide-legged seated forward fold, extending the legs out to the sides, sitting up nice and tall. And when you're ready, start to work your hands down onto the mat. Point your toes back towards the wall behind you. So you're getting a nice external rotation of the inner thighs. And just hang out here if you like. If you want to work your way down, and maybe you want to let this posture become more passive. We tend to work more into our connective tissue when we let our spine round and let our muscles become soft. You can even use a block if you like to rest your forehead on. And gently begin to come back up. We'll bring the left foot in and take the right foot and bend it so that you've got a 90 here and a 90 here. And sitting up tall, we'll reach over to the left. Reach the right hand up and over. Nice side stretch, and then we'll take it the other way. Left hand up and over. Bring it back to center. And we'll switch sides. Bring the right foot in, left foot up. Sitting up nice and tall for a minute here. Inhale, left arm comes up and over. Back to center. Exhale, right arm up and over. And back to center. Take the left foot out. Keep the right foot in. Inhale, arms overhead. And releasing all 10 fingers, square up over the left leg and then round forward, grabbing the foot in a basket type grip. You're welcome to use a strap or towel here, or grab hold of the ankle or calf, whatever you can. You'll want to square off over the leg and gently draw the right shoulder down. So both shoulders are equal distance to the mat. Our right shoulder tends to pop up here, so use your core to draw it back down. From here, tuck your chin deeply and gain your forehead to knee connection however you can. If you need to bend the knee, that's okay. Inhale back to center. We'll switch sides. Left foot in, right foot out. Square off over the right leg. Exhale, round forward. Find forehead to knee connection like you did on the other side. Compressing our abdominal organs in this posture, helping to expel toxins. When we come out of the posture, they're flushed with fresh oxygenated blood, helping to improve the function of our liver, spleen. Also opening up space in our back, allowing our kidneys to be flushed with fresh oxygenated blood while we're in this posture, helping to improve their function as well. There's so many benefits to our yoga practice and yoga postures. Just taking a moment to breathe in and feel the sensations of the body. Feel connected with yourself. Inhale, arms up overhead. Extend both legs out. This time as you exhale, release the hands down and slowly round down. From here, coming into legs up the wall. So you're welcome to stay right here if you like. You want to take a towel, a rolled up towel, a pillow, or a blanket or a block, and you can press it underneath your low back. Gives you a little extra lift here. Many benefits to this posture. Helping to return the lymphatic fluid that perhaps has leaked out of our blood vessels. If you ever have a lot of swelling in your ankles at the end of a day, your feet, this is a great posture to help return that excess fluid back to your circulatory system. Feeling good here in this posture, you're welcome to stay. You like this posture. This posture is also good for getting our brain into those deep delta waves, our deep sleep waves. So you're always welcome to actually use a wall to rest your legs against And if you ever suffer from insomnia, you're really tired, to help rejuvenate your body, your mind, I recommend this posture for a few minutes in the evening as well. So you're welcome to stay here. If you'd like, you can work your way into shoulder stand with me, or even plow pose. So in shoulder stand, working our hands down our back, lifting your toes up towards the sky, pressing your hips forward and drawing your feet back. And if you want to come into plow, coming all the way down until your toes connect to the mat in front of you, or maybe they just hover. If it feels good, you can come into deaf man's pose, bending the knees on either side. Grab hold of the feet and gently allow your spine to round back down to the mat. Letting go, finding yourself back and legs up the wall. Bring your hands to your low spine and slowly lower the feet all the way down to your mat. Coming into happy baby. Take a bend in the knees, bringing soles of feet up towards the sky, and gently shift side to side. Getting a nice spinal massage here. This feels good. You can stay here. If you like to also try out rocking like a ball, taking your knees into the chest and just rolling back and forth a few times. Getting a nice massage all along your spine. Maybe hovering here for a moment, tuck your tailbone. Allow that breath to shift you back. See if you can do it. Hold. And from here, coming into boat pose. You're welcome to stay here with maybe your feet on the mat. Hands can be by your side or behind the thighs for a little extra support. Maybe you bring your legs up so that shins are parallel. Maybe one foot extends, the other, or both. Lower your boat, lower, lower, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. This one's the last one. Exhale, lower, lower, lower. Inhale, hug your knees in and roll back. Extend your legs nice and long. And allow yourself to come into a mini Shavasana here. Ankles spilling open towards the sky. Palms can be face up in a sign of receiving, or if you're feeling a little short of breath or disconnected, palms facing down to help create that rooted sensation. Eyes are open, gaze fixed on one tiny speck on the ceiling ahead. Let your mind be quiet. Let go of the thoughts, the worries, the judgments. Let it be. Sometimes it helps to focus on a sensation, a rise and fall of the chest and belly with the breath, heart rate. Just practicing being present in the moment. Bringing back a little sensation, wiggling fingers and toes. Uttasana, when removing pose, invite the right knee in and release all 10 fingers 2 inches below the knee. As you exhale, draw the knee out and around your ribcage towards your right shoulder. We can take a lot of pressure in this area of the body, so really pulling nice and deep. Working our digestive system, getting those digestive enzymes going, so good for our digestive system. Take the left hand on the knee and gently draw it across. The right hand extends, and if you'd like to create a full twist through your spine, your gaze turns over to your right. Bring the knee back to center and hug it in. Gently release. Right leg down, left leg in. Interlacing opposite finger, opposite thumb on top. Draw the left leg out and around. Keep both shoulders pressed down firmly on the mat, and if it feels good, you can roll your ankle out. Give it one last squeeze. Take your right hand on the knee, gently drawing it across the body, not pressing it all the way down, just letting it hover where it will. Left arm comes out to the side, gaze is over the left fingertips. Bring it back to center and hug it in one more time. Release left leg down. Bring both legs in. Give yourself a big bear hug, grabbing for opposite elbows, forearms, or wrists, whatever you can. As you draw the knees in toward the chest, press your tailbone down, lengthen the spine. Tucking your chin slightly, allowing your gaze to turn towards your knees, perhaps noticing that diamond shape of light created between your knees and forearms. Draw the knees in. Use your arm strength here. At the same time, begin to press your tailbone down and away. You'll feel your lower spine begin to elongate. Change. Release the feet up towards the sky. Hands come to the low spine for support, and slowly as you exhale, lower them down. Sukrasana, hip opener. Take a bend in the knees. Take the right foot and cross it over the left knee corner. Here, if it feels good, you're welcome to stay. You can use the right hand as gentle pressure to press the knee open, or taking the left foot up so that the left shin is parallel to the mat. Right hand reaches between the space created by the legs, interlacing hands behind the thigh or on the shin. You can use your right elbow to gently press the knee away, so you should feel a nice stretch through your right hip. Check it out. Check in with your alignment. Left knee in line with your left shoulder. Sometimes we tend to drift off to one side or the other, so try to bring it back to center and just notice the difference in the sensation there in your hip. Releasing your hands, keeping your leg crossed, set your left foot down onto the mat and allow your legs to shift over to the left. Engaging your core, bring it back to center, and then we'll shift over to the right. Gaze is over to the left. And back to center. We'll switch sides, release the right foot down, left foot crosses over. Sukrasana, taking that same grip you chose on the other side, either behind the thigh or on the shin. This time left elbow is used to gently press open the left knee. Checking in with your alignment, sending your breath down into your left hip space. Pressing your glutes, your tailbone down towards the mat. Feel the length of your lower spine. Just take a moment to soften through your face muscles. Extend your arms out to the side and gently release your right foot back onto the mat. We'll take the legs over to the right, gazing over to the left. Back to center. And opposite side. As you settle into your Shavasana, back to center, we'll lengthen through our legs. Start to settle into our Shavasana. Start to work your shoulder blades down your spine, bringing your arms down by your side. If you missed a posture and your body is just craving it, now is a good time to go for that last posture. If you'd like to have a little sip of water, go for it. Allow your palms to face open to the sky. In a sign of receiving the benefits of your hard work and your postures today. Finding that attitude of gratitude to help us stay rooted, keeping a healthy mind, happy spirit. Perhaps think of that as one thing that you are grateful for today. It could be as simple as your health and your ability to practice. To stay here in your final Shavasana as long as you like. If you'd like to seal your practice with me, gently making your way onto your side body, using your arms to help guide you up to a seated position, however you like. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bringing in hands to heart center. The divine light in me bows to and respects the divine light in each and every one of you. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Stay home and stay healthy, my friends.